Hello everybody and welcome back to day 7. So today we've got our regular square tile. We've got our Generals 555, our Zentangle pencil, a tortillon, our O1, and an O5. We're going to start off with our O5 today. And if you've ever done Tripoli, you're going to love this. Or if you love Tripoli, you're going to love this one. If you've done Tripoli, then you'll kind of understand what we're doing real quick. So instead of doing the triangles like we would do with Tripoli, we're going to do more of like a four-sided shape, not necessarily a square. If you have squares or you end up with one square, that's fine. To make this really fun, I would say don't do too many just square shapes. You can get a little wonky, which will make this real fun. But I picked up my O5 gray. And so what we're going to do is just pick a spot on your tile and go ahead and draw a line. And don't go too small with your four-sided shape or just your beginning line. You're going to want, a decent size shape. I mean, you don't want to go too big, but you definitely don't want to go too small because we're going to put some stuff inside these shapes. So go ahead and draw your next line. Draw another line. And then go ahead and close that. So you have 4 sides, right? So next what we're going to do is we're going to draw almost like an aura. Again, you don't want to go too big or too small on these, just nice, decent width apart, right? And then we're going to make some more 4-sided shapes, just like this. And so you're just going to continue doing that. Just pick a line. Maybe your line comes out this way, comes out and over, maybe it comes down. So then your next line would come here, right? And then again, we're just following the previous shapes that we have already made. And again, you're just going to want to fill up your page with the different lines. And again, you'll want to make them a little different, maybe a little more wonky than the last shape. And you can come off the page like that. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. And I think for my tile, I'm gonna leave this side empty just so that you can kind of, play around with your space and see what you like. Maybe I'll come this way. That's kind of fun. I like this kind of crazy little curve. So I'm going to go ahead and fill the rest of the space with my 4-sided shapes. All right, so now once you have your 4-sided shapes settled down, we want to grab our O1 And for these, what you're going to want to do is we're going to go from one corner to the next, but we're going to do a slight rounding to start. Just come down pretty straight, and then at the end, again, kind of do a little curve, right? So you're going to do that to each of these. Just like that. And then I'm going to turn mine because I find it easier. And you're going to do the same thing, only you're going to go behind. So come down and around. And just do a little curve. Just like that. Then what you're going to do is do the same thing at the next point. So again, do a little curve and a curve at the end. So it's almost like they're connecting. So I'll do a couple more of these so you guys can kind of see what happens once you get all these lines down. See how you get that cool little almost rounded shape when they meet up? So fun. So go ahead and make your X's in your shapes. And you're gonna start seeing a really cool tangle come about. All right. So once you have all your lines in, you can add these cute little bumps, almost as if, you know, this is how they kind of ended. So you just meet up. This one would probably go off this way. This one would come around. Just like that. And I'm looking so cute. Okay, so next what we want to do is when the points at which we cross, you can do a circle or you can create another shape in here. Just to keep it simple, I'm just gonna go ahead and make a circle. So if there was a circle behind here, and color that in. So just go ahead and do that with all of your square shapes. All right, once you get all of your circles done, go ahead and we're gonna keep our O1. And again, this is optional. You don't have to do this step if you don't want to, but I think it might be kind of fun to put an aura around our circles. So it's almost got a little lip to our circle here. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that to all my circles. All right, now that we have our circles with our arrows on them, go ahead and pick up your Zentangle pencil, and there's a couple ways you can do this. I think for mine, I'm gonna go around the outside of this aura. You can also shade in these little pockets at the end of, you know, these X shapes, if you will. But I think I'm gonna do a little bit on this and then push my graphite out. So almost like this is kind of like a deep set area in here. And we'll see how that turns out. So go ahead and start throwing some graphite down on your tile. All right, and then let's go ahead and add some graphite where one of our X's goes over the other, you know, the other line goes over this line. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw down some graphite, and then just to kind of show you how this will turn out, let's go ahead and buff that, buff this, and then you're gonna want to start pulling down this graphite right here. So you can kind of see how that's coming together. And so go ahead and do that to all your tiles. All right, so once you have your pencil spread, your graphite spread, go ahead and take your Generals 505, or if you have like a soft pencil in your toolbox, that'll work just fine. And if you don't, I mean, you can just lay down, you know, extra graphite and you'll get a very similar effect. All right, guys, so here is the finished version. I did add a little extra dark graphite to the edges just to give it a little bit dimension. As you can see, there's, you know, the original graphite that I brought to the edges, and then just to darken it and give it a little more depth, I used the Generals 555 pencil just to give it a little extra depth, and then add a little bit of shadows around the side just to make it pop from the page like it was floating up. So make sure to add your chop, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and learned something new, and I can't wait to see you guys for day 8.